Hello, Steve White, Trickway89 for Steve Arts89. Well, Nacelle has announced the Wave 3 and Wave 4 lineups for the Star Trek line. I don't know what happened to the first 1 and 2 lines. I know they went on pre-order and I don't think they went very well. They weren't available anywhere other than America because apparently they're the only people who deserve to be Star Trek fans. And I think eventually, after people like me complained and carried on, they did set up some sort of plan to release them internationally or whatever, but at that point I was out and I didn't really care. So they only had one figure I wanted anyway, which was Sulu, Captain Sulu, but that's just because the regular Hikaru Sulu from the Art Asylum line is just so expensive, on eBay, even though I want that one more than the Captain Sulu one, it's just cheaper, so that's the only thing I care about. But what we're getting, and it looks like they have totally backtracked on the whole plan of giving us unique figures. We're getting Captain Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Uhura, Sulu, Chekhov, and Scotty from the original series. But thank God, we're also getting Chapel and Rand. So we didn't get them in the original Art Asylum line. So I don't know, I'm not going to buy Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Uhura, Chekhov, Scotty, Sulu, because I've got all them already in that same scale. So the only ones I'm interested in are the ones I don't have, and that was the whole point. We're not just going to give you the same ones over and over again, so you buy the same toy over and over again. We're going to give you the ones you don't have. So instead of 10 figures we don't have, we're getting 7 we do and 2 we don't. So at least it's going to save me money, because I only want Sulu from Wave 1 and Rand and Chapel from Wave 3. Now Wave 4, they did have a couple, Savick, because they've got Cisco, Savick, Dr. Crusher, Data, David, we've got another Picard, Harriman, and then Paris, Chekhov, and Hoshi. So Hoshi, Savick, and David are worth having because they're characters we don't have. They're ones we've got them all. Now I'm guessing they're going to do like the naval costume variant of Data, but I'm not going to buy one of them. Give us the whole line, the whole crew in that uniform, I'll buy it. Nice set, great. But don't just give me one, because that's all you're going to do. And you're just going to stick me with this one random character that doesn't fit in anywhere. So I'm not you're not fooling me with that one, no. Harriman, I wouldn't mind Harriman, but he's in one movie, he's a failure. He's a disaster. Yeah. So Picard, I guess he's going to be in the outfit from First Contact with a different shirt, the undershirt. Paris will be in his Captain Proton. Chekhov will be in the brown leather suit from Voyage Home. So we're getting variations of those characters. So at least some of them are variations, but they're still the characters we've already got. Start with the characters we don't have first, and then do variations of the ones we do have. Because, I'm not going to spend money on a figure I've already got just in a slightly different uniform or some variation of that uniform when there's a whole other character I don't have at all that I want. So I'm going to buy those first, and maybe the other ones later. So, Hoshi, they didn't do her in the original line, so that's great. So we're getting Savick, Rand, Chapel, and Hoshi from like the original crews that we didn't get in the Art Asylum line and the 7-inch line. So that's great. But the rest, aside from like David, is pretty pointless. Harriman's okay, but who cares about Harriman? But so it's a bit of a failure. The whole idea they were supposed to give us figures we haven't had and do stuff that we couldn't get elsewhere, and half the line is figures, like the original series we can get. And I'm not sure how they're going to do them, because they just look like the original series characters. They don't seem to have added anything interesting to them. They're not mirror universe versions, or they didn't have different uniforms. The only one who did have a different uniform was Kirk. That was the green one. They've already done the green wrap in Art Asylum. I've got that, so I don't know what they could try and offer us from the original series. Just Rand and Chapel. They should have just done Rand and Chapel. That could have been one line of figures we don't have, and maybe a couple of uniform variants, and that's it. Instead we're getting 2 lines of mostly filler. So but on the bright side, it's not going to cost me much, because they only seem to be doing about 1, 2, maybe 3 figures per line that I actually want. So it's not going to cost me that much to keep up at this point. But if they're not selling the other ones, then what's the point? Because they're not going to be around long enough to get to any of the other ones I want to do. But I'm just thinking, did they do both Savics? Yeah, so did they do the other Savic? Can't remember. I'm getting confused with who they did in the Barbie size line, the Exo 6 ones. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah, that wave 3, it's like all filler. Figures we've already got. I don't see the point. At least the third wave has like a couple more figures. But yeah, like I said, I should just be thinking of my bank account and being glad they're only doing a couple per wave that I actually want. Because if they really did all the figures we didn't have and all the figures we wanted, it'd be costing me a fortune with every wave. So I guess you've got to focus on the positive.